What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Izzy, also known as Princess of the Unicorns. I have been a little bit absent from my channel for a couple of weeks. Apologies guys, but sometimes I find it really difficult to pick up the camera, and I have been super busy with my real life clients, but don't worry, I still love you guys. Today's video is going to be something that is really highly requested all the time. It's something that's very obvious about me, and something that I think you guys are going to really enjoy hearing about. So I am doing a video today all about my tattoos. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to go because I have quite a lot and I want to show you as many as I can, but they are kind of everywhere, and I also wanted to answer some kind of frequently asked questions as well about them. So let's see what happens. Frequently asked questions that I get are, how many tattoos do I have? I don't really know how many tattoos I have because some of them are kind of joined together, so I wouldn't say they're separate. So all I would say is that I've got 2 full sleeves, I've got my hands completely covered, I've got a back piece which I will show you guys later, I have my feet tattooed, and I've got a few bits and pieces on my legs. Are my tattoos vegan? And when did I first start getting tattooed? So I am 32 now, believe it or not, and I probably first started getting tattooed when I was about 22, something like that. The first tattoos that I got were these bubbles on the inside of my arms. I've also got matching ones on the back of my legs as well, and I've also got them on my neck as well, and there's just another one on that side as well. So yeah, they were the first things that I got done. Yeah, around 10 years ago I wasn't vegan. Some of my ink might not be 100% vegan, but obviously, you know, we live and we learn and we grow, so I don't feel awful about it. It's just that it was a different stage in my life, and obviously all the tattoos that I've got in the last 6 years are all with vegan ink because I make sure that I check that. What is the most painful place that you've been tattooed? I would probably say I remember that my back piece was super painful. It wasn't done in one session, obviously it was done over a few, and I would say the bottom part of my back was just really sore. Also my feet were super painful, and I think a lot of people with their feet tattooed will agree that that is a very tough place. What is my favorite tattoo? Which are my favorite tattoos? I think I might have answered this in a Q&A. I literally love all my tattoos. Everything you know, reminds me of a certain time in my life, and you know, that moment when I was getting tattooed. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Frank, can you be quiet please? I'm trying to film. Thanks. Probably my favourite tattoos are the ones that I look at the most, the ones that I see all the time. Definitely one of my favourite tattoos, the portrait of this lovely lady on my arm, and that's one that probably a lot of people comment on. I also really love my shoulder tattoos. This kind of style is more dot work, so it's meant to be really faded, and I just really love the way that it is a lot lighter than some of the other ones that I've got, and I feel this area is quite delicate, so it looks quite nice. How do I find a good tattooist, or where should I get tattooed, or who should I get tattooed by? I just think that you need to research the artist and kind of decide what style of tattoo you want, whether it's black and white, or it's a portrait, or it's color, or it is dot work. And once you kind of have an idea of the style that you want, look for an artist that kind of really works with that and make sure it's their passion. My hands and my tops of my arms were done by the same person, a lovely lady called Rachel Baldwin. I knew that her style was really colourful and really playful and really pretty, so I knew she was going to be the best person to do them. Don't be put off by the price of how much tattoos are. I mean, the prices have gone up a lot these days since 10 years ago, but at the same time I could say the same for my trade as well. You know, the tattooist is still giving you their work, and it's still a skill, so obviously you have to respect that, and just make sure that, yeah, understand and save up and have a budget of what you're working with. Yes, getting tattooed is not cheap, and another question that I get asked a lot is, how much money have you spent on tattoos? I mean, personally I think that is just too much of a personal question, and I don't even know how to answer that because I honestly haven't really counted how much money I've spent, you know, like I didn't get tattooed in like 1 year, you know, it's like been over a few years, so the money has just like, you know, gone out of my pocket in different times of the year. Don't be scared to travel. I was in Italy when I got tattooed by Amanda Toy. How to deal with the pain of being tattooed, what to eat before you get tattooed and after. I have touched on like aftercare and like the gym in a previous video, so you guys can check that one out. In terms of like the pain, obviously like every area is different and everyone is sensitive in different ways. Say the most important thing is eating before you get tattooed. So you really need to keep your blood sugar levels high, so make sure you have like a really decent meal before you get tattooed, I would say. Then just like bring snacks with you, but make sure you have things that are sweet, things that are going to keep your sugar up, because you will need that. Also remember to stay like super hydrated, to make sure you drink lots of water before and lots of water like after, and definitely do not drink before you get tattooed, because it's really going to thin your blood and you're going to end up like bleeding a lot while you're getting tattooed, which is rubbish for you and rubbish for your tattooist. You've been tattooed, like you can end up feeling like really shaky. Sometimes you do have some adrenaline left in you, so you might be feeling like really amazing just for like the first like you know, hour, and obviously you'll be really happy with the tattoo you've got. It is preferable to eat after you have been tattooed a really decent meal, and just obviously look after your body. Make sure you rest that area of your body that's been tattooed, keep the tattoo nice and dry and nice and clean. But again, really you should listen to your tattooist. Your tattooist will give you specific advice to how they think that you should look after your tattoo, so definitely like give them a shout. And you know, if they're a good tattooist, they should be happy to answer any questions like after you've been tattooed, and any like follow-up things. A lot of people ask me, have your tattoos ever affected like your work and what you do, and do you get judged? I'd say like in terms of my work, I have always worked with alternative brands, and after that when I became a personal trainer, I am freelance, so I am like my own business, and I think people just take me for how I am. I think that like initially maybe when people see me and they see that I've got all these tattoos, I might look slightly intimidating, but also I think after that they can see that I've got a big smile, I've got a happy face, good vibes, and they know that it's nothing to be scared of. There's no reason for me not to be as good at my job than someone that doesn't have tattoos. You know, I can still be professional. Being professional isn't always about how you look, it's about how you carry yourself. So I just think that my clients and prospective clients do appreciate that. Who are some of my favorite tattooists? Ones that have done like work on me, I would say definitely Rachel Baldwin, who has done both my arms and other bits and pieces of my hands. But she's amazing, she's super talented. She works in Liverpool, in the north of England, and yes, she does have a waiting list, but it is worth being on it. All her stuff is like super colourful and really beautiful. I was also really lucky to get tattooed by Flo Nuttall. She lives in Italy and she mostly works in black and grey, but she did my back piece for me in colour. But yeah, her work is really pretty as well, so she's worth checking out. I actually realised that I've mostly been tattooed by women. I don't even really know if that's like been an intentional thing, but I suppose like the kind of tattoos that I've got have all been really colourful, so maybe that's why. You know what, I always get this question, it's so fun. Would you ever date someone, or would you ever be with someone that didn't have tattoos? And yes, I mean, the thing is, just because I have them and I appreciate the ones that I've got doesn't mean that I have to be with someone that has tattoos. I love them, but ultimately it's about the person and how you connect with them, and I am really not fussed like either way, and I wouldn't really say that finding someone with tattoos is really a priority or really something that I find like super attractive. So I just thought I would clear that one up for you guys. Am I gonna get any more tattoos? I probably won't get any more done on my arms or my hands. There isn't like a lot of space. I am thinking that I would like to get something like on my neck, but definitely nothing here. I don't really want to do any more like on the lower part of my body. So yeah, I think I'm nearly done. I think I already have quite a few, but you know, never say never. Advice wise for getting your first tattoo, just make sure that it's something that you do really like. just remember that obviously, you know, it's cliche, but it is going to be on your body for the rest of your life. I think placement is really, really important. And again, you should work with your tattooist to find the right placement for like the design, to make sure that it fits and it's in like a flattering position. So yeah, just make sure that you really, really like the design, depending on if like you designed it yourself, if your tattooist has designed it. Make sure you're really, really into it. Make sure that you are happy with the placement, and definitely take your time. You know, there's no rush. You can think about things. I mean, I didn't get tattooed as soon as I turned 18. You know, I waited like a couple of years. Tattoo Q&A and just seeing more of my tattoos. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You know, the buttons are down here. Give this video a like and definitely share it with anyone that is thinking about getting tattooed. It might actually help them. Guys, I will see you again real soon in my next video. Lots of love and peace out.